The World of Outlaws put on a show again, this time at Mississippi Thunder Speedway for the Dairyland doubleheader. I think it was supposed to be a tripleheader. They had rain on Thursday that moved the kind of shortened the events, compressed it to just Friday and Saturday night, although they did move the money around from that Thursday night into the races for Friday and Saturday. But this race was excellent. It had so much great racing throughout the entire race and throughout the entire field, especially those first 1 through 6, 7th, or 8th, or actually, I mean, at least 2nd through 7th is when we really saw a lot of the racing happening. Nick Hoffman took it home. He took the lead with on lap 5 and never looked back. Had the car to beat, but we did have some really good racing throughout the field. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. So Brian Shirley took the early lead from the pole. However, he did not hold on to it very long. Nick Hoffman made a extremely aggressive move. He came from 3rd to 1st in almost a lap. You can see right here, he is in that number 9 blue and white car to the outside of Cade Dillard in the red and white number 97. Brian Shirley is in the lead. Let's take a look at this awesome move that he does to claim the lead on lap 5 of this 50-lap feature. Just blows past Cade Dillard and then just zips it through the middle of the track there, and then cuts it down underneath Brian Shirley, gets a huge run, and then just kind of does a little bit of a slider there coming out of turn 2, but I don't even think he needed to do that. He had him beat and just kind of motored away. And like I said, he would never look back after that, would lead the rest of the way. And so if there's no challenge for the lead, some people might think, hey, that's a boring race, but this was anything but that, because we had some just absolutely wild racing that happened throughout the field. This is lap 11 here. You can see this battle for second place between Cade Dillard and Brian Shirley. They were throwing haymakers at each other as Nick Hoffman was kind of pulling away here. Let's take a look at some of this action right here. Dillard on the inside, Brian Shirley right above him in the middle. Dillard kind of pulls a little slide job there, and Shirley dives underneath of him. And then Shirley kind of drifts up in front of him. He pulls the slider on him, and then Dillard's right back underneath of him. I mean, we love this. This is what we love to see. And then Dillard's back underneath him, coming out of 4, and he does the slider. And Shirley tries to look underneath of him, but it just doesn't have anything else anymore. But see, like I'm saying, great racing there. A couple laps, dueling sliders there from Brian Shirley and Cade Dillard. If we hop on ahead here to lap 15, some excellent racing here. Brandon Sheppard decided to get into the mix and mix it up with Cade Dillard and Brian Shirley here. Let's take a look at some of this action right here. You can see Sheppard just kind of digging it on the bottom, Dillard on the outside, trying to push back. Brian Shirley getting right to the rear of Dillard, but Dillard shoves it in there. Sheppard sticks it on the bottom, and Dillard beats him right there to the line on the outside. I mean, this stuff is really great. And is that Ryan Gustin coming in there? Yes, it is. That's Ryan Gustin. We've got it. Bobby Pierce is right there too. We've got a 5-car battle for second place. Are you kidding me? This is just absolutely excellent stuff here. And let's look at this 5-car battle right here. Let's jump ahead. Here they go. Bobby Pierce looking to the inside of Gustin. Sheppard is still diving it deep down. Dillard's up high. Bobby Pierce is going to the outside now. He's diving right down under Gustin and Shirley there, going into 1 and 2. Gustin's in the middle. I mean, this is great. They're moving through lap traffic. Doesn't get any better than this. This is just excellent racing here. You got to love it. How can you not love this stuff? It's so awesome. And then if we jump ahead here, 10 more laps. Bobby Pierce has gotten around Ryan Gustin. He's gotten around Brian Shirley, and he is working on Cade Dillard here. Let's take a look at this. I mean, we have had no cautions up to this point. We're 30 laps into the 50-lap feature. Pierce is able to finally work his way around Cade Dillard, and now he hunts down Brandon Sheppard there. And then here was, this is a couple laps later, lap 32. I thought this was kind of one of the best moves of the race. We got to see Nick Hoffman here. You can see, look at all of this crazy lap traffic. Hoffman is there in the blue and white car in the middle of your screen. Brandon Sheppard is back there in the black number B5, kind of right behind him, a couple car lengths behind him. But there's what, 6, 7 cars, lap cars in front of him here, and he has to navigate this, and I think he does an absolutely epic job of navigating this. Let's take a look at this. Just great work here from Nick Hoffman here. So he's able to like kind of work on the outside. A lot of the lappers kind of stay down there, but Todd Cooney there kind of took his lane away, so he's got to dive underneath of him. He splits the lap cars there, going 3 wide, and Brandon Sheppard is unable to follow behind him and kind of gets bottled up there. So you can see, great move there by Nick Hoffman to split those cars, kind of dive underneath of Todd Cooney, and that really bottled up Brandon Sheppard there. He's having to go 3 wide with Dennis Erb Jr. on the bottom, and Bobby Pierce is right there breathing down his neck. And Pierce would eventually work over Brandon Sheppard here. You can still see working on Dennis Erb Jr. here in this number 11 car. Let's take a look here. They're going 4 wide into turns 1 and 2. Pierce with the slider on Sheppard, and he's able to get around him. Sheppard gets bottled up a little bit behind Dennis Erb Jr. there. Pierce to the outside and would not look back. He would end up finishing in 2nd place. And then here is there was a caution for Sorensen on lap 36, and then we have a good little duel here on the restart between Pierce and Sheppard. Obviously, Hoffman is already checking out. Let's take a look at this kind of race here for 2nd place following the restart. You can see Pierce really working that outside, Shep running in the middle, and then you've got Gustin running on the bottom. I mean, this track was super racy. You could go anywhere you could find. It's just great. This is made for absolutely great racing. I'm in love with this track. If they bring this like they did tonight, tomorrow's going to be probably an even better race. So really good stuff here between Sheppard and Pierce. They would race kind of side by side there for a couple of laps. Pierce obviously would eventually edge him out there. And then when Hoffman obviously comes home the winner. And here is the rest of the finishing order from the World of Outlaws. Obviously, Nick Hoffman is your winner. Bobby Pierce in 2nd, Brandon Sheppard in 3rd, Ryan Gustin in 4th, Chris Madden came from nowhere to finish in 5th. Really kind of came on late there at the end of the race. Tyler Bruning did the same thing as well, finished in 6th. Cade Dillard faded to 7th. Kyle Bronson came up in 8th. Brian Shirley faded to 9th. Tyler Erb claimed a top 10 finish. Cody Overton, running for Rookie of the Year, finished 11th. Brett Larson in the B1 Bomber finished 12th. Dustin Sorensen after that, flat right rear. In that caution on lap 36, he was able to recover for a 13th place finish. Max McLaughlin, who's also running for Rookie of the Year, finished in 14th. Jake Tim in 15th. Nick Panitsky in 16th. Dennis Erb Jr. in 17th. Lance Hofer, I think he's the defending track champion. He finished at the track, finished in 18th. Jordan Yagi finished in 19th. Chad Mater finished in 20th. Tristan Chamberlain in 21st. Daniel Hilsebeck in 22nd. Dustin Walker in 23rd. Todd Cooney, 24th. Shannon Babb, I believe he had some kind of mechanical failure. He exited the race around, I want to say, in the mid-20s or somewhere around there. I didn't write that down on my notes. Should have, but he had some kind of mechanical issue and exited the track early. And then Lance Matthews finished in 22nd. I assume he also had a mechanical failure too. You can see 35 laps down for Lance Matthews, 11 laps down for Shannon Babb. So I guess I can do math there, right? So it was not in the 20s. It was lap 39, right? Is when he exited. So late 30s. But that is your finishing order. I think this is going to really shake up the points. Hoffman and Pierce obviously both gaining on Sheppard in the finishing order there. Pierce was 8th coming in. Sheppard was in the lead. I'm not exactly sure where Hoffman was. I assume he was probably in the top 3, given the fact that he has been performing extremely well. And then Gustin, I think Gustin is going to be a threat. He won with Hunt the front the last week at Smoky Mountain. He's finishing 4th here with World of Outlaws. Whatever they're doing with Ryan Gustin, it is doing really well. So look out for them, because he is a threat to win wherever he goes. Obviously won at the Ice Bowl at Talladega earlier this year as well too. So they're cooking. But congratulations to Nick Hoffman. This was a fantastic race. I think it's up there. I think it's up there on Race of the Year. I know I said that Friday night at Farmer City was Race of the Year. I still think that is there just because the finish was so epic between Hoffman and Bobby Pierce. But as far as the racing, like the pure racing, this race was it. I mean, there was such great racing. We had 4 wide. We had 3 wide. We had really good duels for second place. I mean, this was all throughout the race. We just showed it to you. So fantastic racing. The World of Outlaws is bringing it out there at Mississippi Thunder Speedway in Wisconsin. What a track. What a race. Let me know what you guys thought about this race. Let me know in the comments below.